Hello everyone, the subject is analog circuit and I am Dr. Preeti Verma. I was discussing unit 1 in the previous lectures. So in the same continuation with the topics of unit 1, in this video I will be discussing about the biasing schemes related to the FET, that is field effect transistor. In the previous lecture we have studied about the different biasing scheme of bipolar junction transistor. So there is we have seen that how we do the biasing of the bipolar junction transistor and what are the advantages of different biasing schemes. So now we will see that what are the different biasing schemes of field effect transistor. So as you all must have studied about the FET, that is field effect transistor. We have IG FET, that is insulated gate FET, and MOSFET, that is metal oxide semiconductor FET. So these are the basic relationships that we require to study about the biasing schemes of field effect transistors. For all FET transistor, field effect transistor, we have gate current 0. There is no current for the gate. Gate is just acting as a controlling terminal for the device, and the ID is equal to IS, that is drain current will be equal to the source current. Then we have JFETs and D-type MOSFET. JFET is junction field effect transistors and D-type MOSFET is depletion type MOSFET. For that we have current equation as ID is equal to IDSS 1 minus VGS upon VP whole square. This P is the pinch off voltage, VG is the gate to source voltage, and ID is the drain current. For enhancement type MOSFET, the drain current is given as KVGS minus VT whole square. This is for saturation mode condition. For the linear, we have here we have a square term. In the linear we have the linear relationship, that is K VGS minus VT multiplied by VDS minus VDS square, that will be for linear region. So the first configuration for field effect transistors is fixed bias configuration. And the fixed bias configuration, we have resistance connected to the drain node and another resistance RG connected to the gate terminal. So here we have capacitance C1 and C2. Vin is the input voltage, VO is the output voltage. So this diagram is defining the MOSFET that is biased in a configuration that is named as fixed bias configuration. So as in the similar fashion like we did for the bipolar junction transistor, we will go for DC analysis. So for the DC analysis, this capacitor C1 and C2 will be open circuited. So removing that capacitances C1 and C2, I have redrawn the figure. Here we do not have capacitances C1. If it is open circuited, then V input will also not have any role into the system. Similarly, V out terminal, this C2 will be open circuited. Now this VGG voltage that is applied at the terminal gate. Here in this we can see that here the resistance RG is not there, because here the current that is flowing through the gate is IG is equal to 0. That gate current is 0. So the voltage across this resistance RG, that is VG IG into RG will be 0 ampere multiplied by RG will be 0 volts. So that 0 volts indicates that it is a short circuited point. So that resistance RG has been replaced by short circuit here, and the voltage VGG is placed as it is. So this is the DC equivalent of the fixed bias configuration. Now in the similar way as we did in the previous video for the bipolar junction transistor, we can write the KVL equations for different loops, and we can find the values of voltages and currents. So the drain to source voltage of the output section that we can find by writing this KVL equation from the previous figure, VDS plus, if we see this figure, then here we have VDS. If we look at this part, VDD, ID, RD and VDS. So that is written here, VDS plus ID, RD minus VDD is equal to 0, that we can rearrange to get the value of drain to source voltage, that we get as VDD minus ID, RD. So it is written that single subscript voltages refer to the voltage at a point with respect to the ground. This we have seen earlier also. So if it is written VDS, then we write it as VD minus VS. So here it is VS is equal to 0. Why VS is equal to 0? Because the source terminal, you can see here, is connected to ground. So VS is 0 here. So from this equation we can write VDS in the two notations like this. We can write as VD minus VS. So from here we can write VD is equal to VDS plus VS. VDS will appear as it is, and here VS, as the source terminal is connected to ground, so this VS will be 0. So VS, putting it as 0, we get drain voltage VD as VDS. Similarly, the gate to source voltage, that we can write as VG minus VS, and from here we can simplify it to this equation, VG is equal to VGS plus VS. Taking VS to left hand side, we can write this VGS plus VS. So similarly, for the, as we are discussing for the same circuit, VS is 0, so we get VG as VGS. So VD, we have got VD drain voltage is equal to VDS, and the gate voltage that we got equal to the gate to source voltage, because in this fixed bias configuration the source voltage is 0. So the configuration that requires two DC supplies, and its use is limited with and will not be included in the further discussion, because it has very limited applications in the designing purpose. This is the graphical analysis. On x-axis we have gate to source voltage, on y-axis we have drain current. So this plot we can draw from the equation that we have seen in the first slide, that ID is equal to IDSS 1 minus VGS upon VP whole square. That equation is named as Shockley's equation. So from there we can get by putting VGS, because at this axis VGS is 0, so we get ID as IDSS, because our expression is ID is equal to IDSS 1 minus VGS upon VP whole square. So from here we get this, putting VG as 0, we get ID is equal to IDSS. Similarly, on this axis the current is 0, so this value we get as VP, and at a point, center point, we have VP by 2, corresponding to IDSS by 2 we have value of VGS as 0.3 VP. So in that way we can graphically analyze this, and we can find the Q-junction point for this configuration. So here VGSQ is equal to VGG, vertical line has been drawn, and where it is cutting to this curve, that point is defined as Q-junction point for the fixed bias configuration. This is one numerical problem based upon fixed bias configuration. Here this resistance is the gate resistance RG, This is the drain resistance RD. This voltage is VGG that we have taken for the analysis of fixed bias configuration. IDSS is given as 10 milliampere and VP is given as -8 volts. VDD, this is VDD, that is given as 16 volts, and these are the three terminal gate, drain and source of this FET transistor, and it is asked to find VGSQ. Q is used for the quiescent value. So in this VGSQ, IDQ, VDS, VD, VGS and VS, these all values are to be calculated for this fixed bias configuration circuit. So VGSQ, that is minus VGG, is -2 volts. Applying Shockley's equation, IDQ is equal to IDSS 1 minus VGS upon VP whole square. So putting all the values, we get this IDQ as 5.625 milliampere. VGS is -2 volts because here this battery is connected with negative port connected to the gate terminal of this MOS transistor, and VP is given as -8 volts. VDS, we have written the equation with the fixed bias configuration. That VDS, we have written this as VDD minus IDRD, or if you do not remember this equation, we can write the KVL from top to this bottom part into the output loop. So we get VDS as VDD minus IDRD. Putting the values, VDD is given as 16 volts and ID that we have calculated, and RD value is given. So we get VDS as 4.75 volts. For fixed bias configuration, we have seen that source voltage is 0. Here also in this figure you can see this source is connected to ground. So VS is 0. So VD will be equal to VDS, that is 4.75. VG is equal to VGS, that is -2 volts, and source voltage is 0 because the source is connected to ground. Now how we can solve this problem graphically? The solution that I have discussed is by using the mathematical equations. We can solve it by drawing the same graph, that is between VGS and ID. When we plot this curve, we get IDS value as 10 milliampere and VP, that is given in your question, is -8 volt. So we get VP by 2 as -4 volts. So plotting this line, we get corresponding IDSS by 4 value, and at the point VGS Q is equal to minus VGG, that is -2 volts, we will draw a vertical line and it will cut the curve. That point will define the Q point for this graph. So from this Q point we can find IDQ, corresponding voltage is VGSQ, and the remaining calculation, that VG, VD, that values are known to us, that we can calculate. So that calculation will remain same. IDQ, we get 5.6 milliampere from the graph, and the remaining calculation, that will remain same, that we did with the mathematical method. The next configuration for FET transistor is self biased configuration. So observing this figure, we can say that here we have one more resistance, that is RS. In the previous one, that is fixed bias configuration, we were having this source terminal directly connected to ground without any resistance, and here through this RG we had a voltage, DC voltage source. So that is the difference here. The resistance Rg is there, but the DC supply is not there. Rd is same as with the previous configuration, and one more additional resistance Rs is placed here. So overall we can say in the fixed bias configuration we are having two resistances Rd and Rg, and in the self bias configuration we are having three resistances for the three terminals of the field effect transistor. C1 and C2 are the bypass capacitors, coupling capacitors C1 and C2. So we can mark it open circuited for the DC analysis of this self bias configuration. So the current flowing through this resistance Rd is written as Id. Making its DC equivalent, this will be open circuited. This capacitor will also be open circuited. So we get this figure as the DC equivalent circuit of this figure. So here we have resistance Rs, gate and Rd. So now we will do its DC analysis to find the value of voltages and current. Here also the gate resistance has been removed because the gate volt current is 0. So the voltage drop across this resistance Ig, Rg should be 0. So that 0 voltage drop has been represented by this short circuited line. So the equations that we can write as VRS, that is voltage across source resistance, that is IR, that is current flowing through this and the resistance, and through the loop we can write minus VGS minus VRS is equal to 0. So from here we get gate to source voltage as minus Rs, and this minus VRS we can write as Id into Rs, that is voltage across this source resistance, that we can write as a multiplication of current and resistances. So this mathematical solution can be obtained by substituting the above values to the Shockley's equation. So this is the Shockley equation. Id is equal to IDSS 1 minus VGS upon Vp whole square. So we have calculated here VGS. So put this VGS at the place of this VGS. That value is minus Id into Rs. This minus and minus will become plus. So we get Id as Id is equal to Id SS 1 plus Id Rs upon Vp whole square. So we can write the KVL equation into the output loop of the circuit. So if you see the output loop, in the output loop we have VDD, IDRD, then VDS, and after that we have source resistance. So that is written here, the voltage across this source resistance VDS, drain voltage, and minus VDD is equal to 0. So when we simplify it, we get value of VDS as VDD minus ISRS minus ID into RD, and VDS we have VDD minus ID, and as in this figure this is RD, and here we have FET, and at this part we have resistance Rs. So as in the gate terminal the gate current is 0, so we consider that the same current is flowing from drain to source. So considering Is and Id to be equal, it is written as Id Rs plus Rd, and the source voltage, that is Is into Rs, and here as we have considered this Id and Is to be equal, flowing through the same branch, so it is written as Id into Rs. Gate voltage to be 0, Vd is equal to Vds plus Vs, we get Vdd minus Vrd. Graphical approach will be same. First we will have a plot between Vgs and IDSS. Finding the value of Vp, we put in the equation the Vgs value as 0, because on this axis current value as 0, because on this axis current is 0 and on the vertical axis the value of Vgs will be 0. So when we put this Vgs as 0, we get value of current as IDSS, and when we put ID as 0, we get voltage as Vp. So plotting this curve, we can find for Vp by 2 value, and correspondingly we get the current IDSS by 4. And by finding the VGSQ point and finding its intersection with the curve, we can find the Q point for this configuration. This is the numerical problem based on this configuration. So the value of resistances are given. This is drain resistance, this is source resistance, and this is gate resistance, and these are the values that are to be calculated. So we can calculate these value as we have seen in the previous numerical also. We can do it by using equations, or we can solve it graphically. For here I have used both the methods to show that we get the same values, either we solve by using equations or by graphical method. So the basic equation, that is Vgs is equal to minus Id into Rs, and if we see this Id is 4 milliampere, we can calculate Vgs as minus 4 volts. If we see graphically, then on this axis, if we plot IDSS value at 8 and Vp as minus 6, and we can find the Q point corresponding to these values. That Q point will define the value of VGSQ and IDQ. The next biasing configuration for field effect transistor is voltage divider biasing. The same type of configuration we have studied for bipolar junction transistor. In that there was only one difference. At the place of this FET we were having bipolar junction transistor, and we have studied it in detail for BJT for exact analysis as well as for the approximate analysis. Here RD is the drain resistance, RS is the source resistance, R1 and R2 are forming the voltage divider configuration to bias this field effect transistor. So in the similar way as we did for BJT, we can also analyze the circuit where we have field effect transistor at the place of bipolar junction transistor. So this is the equivalent circuit by removing the capacitances, and one more change is there, that VDD was connected in the previous figure. Here you can see both the terminal are connected to VDD. So here it is the same circuit with different notation. This is connected to VD separately and the drain is separately connected to VDD. Gate current is 0 and this is the source resistance, and voltage across this is VRS. Here this is the voltage divider circuit, that is shown separately. This part of the circuit, that is consisting of voltage divider resistances R1 and R2, and at this point we have this gate terminal. So that voltage is written here as VG. So by using the voltage divider rule, we can write VG as VG here. So multiplying the resistance R2 with the opposite voltage VDD, that is R2 into VDD divided by the sum of the resistances. So, we get Vg as R2 VDD by R1 plus R2. We can write KVL equation in this loop. From here we have Vg, then we have VGS voltage and the voltage drop across this source resistance. So, that is written here Vg minus VGS minus this voltage drop across this source resistance, that is VRS. So, from here we get VGS is equal to Vg minus VRS. So, VRS is the voltage drop across this source resistance. So, that VRS we can write as VRS, that is ISRS, and this IS we have taken equal to ID and IS to be same because the gate current is 0. So, we can write it as ID into RS. So, substituting this we get VGS as this equation Vg minus ID into RS. So, in that way we can analyze the voltage divider biasing for the field effect transistor. This is numerical problem based upon this configuration. These values are to be calculated. This is R1, its value is 2.1 mega ohm. This is R2, its value is 170 kilo ohm. This is resistance RS, that is 1.5 kilo ohm. This is RD having 2.4 kilo ohm of values. This 20 microfarad is bypass capacitor, and these two 5 volts and 5 microfarad and 10 microfarads are the coupling capacitors. V in is the input voltage, V out is the output voltage, and for the DC analysis all these capacitances will be replaced by an open circuit. So, by replacing them with an open circuit, we will left with this circuit only, a FET transistor connected with 4 resistances. So, Vg we have R2 VDD by R1 plus R2. So, all the values are given. We can find the gate voltage, that comes out to be 1.82 volts. Gate to source voltage, the same equation that we have derived just now, VGS is equal to Vg minus ID into RS. So, Vg we have calculated 1.82, ID is to be calculated, and RS is given as 1.5 kilo ohm. So, if this ID is 0, we get VGS as 1.82 volts. If VGS is 0, then we get value of ID. So, these two values give us the quiescent point for the characteristics curve, IDQ as 2.4 milliamperes and VGSQ as 1.8 volts. The different values that we can calculate as VDD, from this equation VDD is given, ID we have calculated 2.4 milliamperes and RD value is given. So, we get VD as 10.24 volts. So, in the similar way, by using the equations that we have already derived, we can find the numerical values of the source voltage, drain voltage and the drain to source voltage. Next, we have enhancement type MOSFET. As you all must be knowing that field effect transistor, further we have enhancement type MOSFETs and depletion type MOSFET. So the equation that is will be used for depletion type MOSFET, and the field effect transistor will be the Shockley equation. And for the enhancement type MOSFET, we have drain current defined as ID is equal to K VGS minus VGS VTH, that is whole square. So that is the threshold voltage. So that is for the saturation region. Transfer characteristics of the MOSFET, that we have VGS here and ID on the y axis, and we plot this. So this is the transfer curve. So all the configuration, that biasing that we have studied for field effect transistor, in the similar way we have different biasing configuration for enhancement type metal oxide field effect transistors. So this is the first configuration for metal oxide field effect transistor, that is the feedback biased arrangement. So in the feedback biased arrangement, we have this drain resistance RD and gate resistance RG, and this is the enhancement type MOSFET. Here we have two capacitance, let's name them with C1 and C2. V in is the input voltage and V out is the output voltage. In the similar way, for the DC analysis, we will make these capacitors open circuited. So now this figure will look like this. Gate current IG, that we have seen that it is 0. So if the current flowing through this resistance is 0, so there will be no drop across this resistance. So no drop means it is a short circuited path. So that is represented as a short circuited path between drain, this point is drain and this is gate. So it is connected with the drain terminal by a short circuited path. So this is the feedback biasing arrangement and it is its DC equivalent circuit. The current flowing through the drain is ID and the voltage across gate to source is VGS and that across drain to source is VDS. For the analysis purpose, we can write the same equations as we did in the previous biasing configurations. Here will be only one difference, that for the drain current we will use a different expression. For the FET, at the place of drain current, we were placing or we were utilizing Shockley equation to calculate the value of drain current. So here only there will be one difference, the drain current equation will get changed. This drain current equation will be the drain current of this metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. So as this is short circuited, so VD will be equal to VG, both are at same potential. So VDS will be equal to VGS because Vs is 0. So from here if we write, then VD minus Vs is equal to VG minus Vs. As source voltage is 0, so we can write VD is equal to VG, or we can write VDS is equal to VGS. So VDS, that we can write by writing the KVL equation in this path. So we get VDS as VDD minus ID RD. So VGS will also be the same, as we have derived that VGS is equal to VDS. So we can write VGS as VDD minus ID RD. So in the similar way as we did in the previous configurations, to draw the graph and to find the Quiescent point, that same procedure we can follow for this configuration also. So VGS value we have VDD minus ID RD. So in the same equation putting current ID is equal to 0, we get VDD, and when we put VGS as 0, putting VGS as 0, we get ID is equal to VDD by RD. So these will be 2 points. When VGS is 0 means we are talking about the line of the current, so for which we get the current value as VDD by RD, and when we put ID as 0, that is the x-axis, so we get value of VGS as VDD. So combining these 2 points, we get an intersection point on the transfer curve, and that point, the dimensions of that point defines the quiescent point for this configuration. This is voltage divider biasing arrangement for MOSFET. The arrangement is exactly same as we did for bipolar junction transistor and also for field effect transistor. The arrangement will be same. There are two resistances R1 and R2. These are the voltage creating voltage divider biasing for this biasing configuration. This is drain resistance and this is the source resistance. So similarly, this we can find this gate voltage by applying voltage divider rule. So we get Vg as R2 by VDD upon R1 plus R2. Applying KVL in this loop, we can write Vg is starting from this node Vg minus VGS minus VRS. So we get this VGS is equal to Vg minus VRS, and VRS is ID into RS. Writing this KVL into the output loop, we can write it as VRS plus VDS plus VRD minus VDD is equal to 0. Simplifying it, we get VDS is equal to VDD minus VRS minus VRD. At the place of VRS is we have IS into RS, and VRD we have ID into RD, and we have seen that this IS and ID are same and that we have taken equal to ID. So applying all this, we can write VDS as VDD minus ID multiplied by the sum of source resistance and drain resistance. This is one of the numerical problem based upon the voltage divider biasing of MOSFETs. So here also that is very simple question. All the values are given. R1 is given as 21 mega ohm, R2 is 18, this is RD 3 kilo ohm, this is RS 0.82 kilo ohm. The voltage, that is VGS, is given as 5 volts, ID is given as 3 milliampere, VGS on is given as at 10 volts. This ID on is given for the 10 volt value. The VDD is given as 40 volts. We need to find ID, VGSQ and VDS. So this we can do by using mathematical method, or we can do it by plotting its curve and finding the quiescent point on the curve. Those quiescent point will be the value of IDQ and VGSQ. So from here we can see Vg is equal to R2 VDD upon R1 plus R2. So we find it as 18 volts. When ID is equal to 0 milliampere, we can write VGS is equal to 18 volts minus the current, that is 0. We have taken it as 0, and value of resistance RS, that is 0.82 kilo ohm, is that we get as 18 volts. When VGS is equal to 0, we can find the value of current ID as 21.95 milliampere. So in that way we can calculate the gate to source voltage and the drain current for this configuration. Same we can do by drawing the characteristics. We have voltages given. So from the equation for the MOSFET we can find the value of K, that defines the device parameter of this MOSFET. We can find drain current by putting the value of K, VGS and VGSTH are known. So putting this value we can calculate value of ID. IDQ that we get as 6.7 milliampere, VGSQ is 12.5 volts. So VDS we can calculate by this equation. This expression we have derived just while discussing the configuration. By putting all the values that are given with the question, we get the value of drain to source voltage as 14.4 volts. So this was all about the biasing configuration of field effect transistors and MOSFET. So in the next lecture we will discuss another topic related to the same unit. Thank you everyone.